Good evening. As we usher in a new year and a new decade, I am happy to share some of the town's accomplishments over the past year and plans for the coming year. A focus for 2019 was the quality of life for all residents. Our police department in particular has increased the focus on establishments in our downtown that serve alcohol. We want to ensure that while our young people enjoy themselves on the weekends, that they do so without putting themselves or others in danger, nor disrespecting our sidewalks, public property, or residential neighborhoods. Beginning last summer, our Public Safety Director, Michael Coughlin, and Police Chief Richardson expanded enforcement by strategically dispatching officers during peak periods around our downtown at night to address complaints of noise, public drinking, and other violations of our local ordinances. Over 243 summonses were written from June through the end of last year, and we will continue to monitor the activity in this area to ensure a safe and enjoyable time for all people who enjoy our restaurants and nightlife. In addition to the nighttime activity, our police have focused on pedestrian safety. Through our partnership with Trans Options, Morristown Police work tirelessly to educate both pedestrians and motorists about the importance of mutual respect on the road, as well as following traffic laws that ensure the safety on all our streets and sidewalks. Through marketing campaigns, direct interaction with pedestrians, directed enforcement initiatives with motorists, 2019 Street Smart campaign resulted in increases in drivers yielding for pedestrians and crosswalks and a reduction in jaywalking, both incremental safety improvements that make our town a safer place. We also hired 3 new officers last year to further invest in the safety of our town and plan to deploy a dedicated traffic enforcement division this year to focus on this ongoing challenge. Our police also engaged through the first Coffee with a Cop in Morristown, a community policing initiative intended to bring police officers and community members together to discuss issues and learn more about each other. Our police officers work hard to be community-oriented. Last year, they had many community service initiatives, including the 3-on-3 basketball tournament in Caldwell, Toys for the Children at Morristown Medical Center at the holidays, and the Cops and Rider events in the warmer months. In what considered to be tumultuous times between citizens and police, Morristown officers continue to serve our town with compassion and respect. We also have worked to protect our youth from the danger of e-cigarettes. Last year, complaints multiplied about the use and availability of e-cigarettes, or vapes, to the children of our schools. Vaping has become attractive to kids because the unscrupulous companies target young people with fruity flavors like bubblegum, mango, watermelon, green apple, etc., that seem harmless to the vulnerable minds of school children. However, these devices are anything but harmless to the growing brains and bodies. In fact, what these kids don't know is that vaping pods often contain more nicotine than a full pack of cigarettes, and carcinogens whose full harm hasn't even been known yet. Something had to be done. So last year, Morristown became the first to pass an ordinance restricting the sale of e-cigarettes and supplies to eliminate minors' access, while requiring establishments to get licensed to ensure those businesses know the rules and only sell to responsible adults. After our ordinance became effective, I am happy to share the Morristown School District reported between September and November of 2019, high school had a 68% fewer vaping incidents. Freeland-Heising Middle School had a 93% fewer vaping incidents when compared to the same time last year. Reducing access reduces usage, saving many of our children from the long-term impact of this addictive trend. The quality of life for every Morristonian is important, from every youth to every senior. One major improvement that has received rave reviews is the extension of sidewalks on James Street to the town border. Well, it was a resident from Morristown, not the township, but they were here many times advocating for us to do the sidewalks, and the business administrator, the engineering department The town council made that happen, and now they have sidewalks that they connect and come to our downtown, and I've talked to many residents that use those sidewalks, so we're very grateful for that. The capital project benefits residents of all ages through improved walkability for this neighborhood and connectivity to our downtown. We have also focused on improving parks in every neighborhood. One of my most proud accomplishments last year was the acquisition of 11 acres from the Loyola property to expand Foots Pond Wood. This property provides valuable open space for our residents and wildlife, and will be enjoyed by many generations to come. We also expanded access to Foots Pond property through the completion of a trail expansion that now provides a meandering loop around the park and connectivity to the surrounding neighborhoods. It's beautiful. And if you, there you go. And if you haven't walked the new trail, I highly recommend it. I look forward to continuing improvements in the park as we work towards executing the hydro raking project in the pond this year. Beyond Foots Pond, the town completed the renovations at Caldwell Park, which included resurfaced basketball courts, renovated field house, new amphitheater seating, and other improvements. It's a stunning park and has gotten great use since the ribbon cutting in the spring. Granby Park improvements also continue while the next phase of court resurfacing is underway for Lidgerwood, Woodhall, and Elliott Street Parks to be completed this spring. Drainage improvements were installed at Burn Park as well. We will continue to invest in our parks with new improvements every year. This year, the first phase of improvements for the open space at Speedwell redevelopment will begin as well. Let's not forget our pools. Burnham Park Complex saw rehab work to the main pool and new furniture installed this season. The governing body also supported our efforts to provide discount entry to our struggling families to ensure that all of our residents have access to this great facility. And lastly, with tremendous help from our Shade Tree Commission and Habitat for Humanity, Pocahontas Park saw a transformation with the addition of new benches and picnic areas and the planting of several shade trees to provide respite and comfort to users year-round. I want to thank our chairwoman who's sitting in the audience, Kristen Ace, and of course our newly elected council member who was on the Shade Tree for their hard work, along with engineering and everybody, and Environmental Commission on getting this stuff done and improving our parks. I also want to, well, I'll move on from that. In addition to our parks, the town worked with the Morristown Housing Authority to provide funding to make it possible to renovate a long-shuttered Marion Sally Residence Center at Manahan Village. The valuable asset laid vacant for too many years, and now is a resource for our residents and children for services and recreation. I am happy that the town's Affordable Housing Trust Fund was able to support an important project through the Housing Fund. Furthermore, our new councilwoman, Tawana Cotton, played a valuable role in the initiative as president of the Manahan Village Resident Council last year. I am happy to have her part of our governing body this year. Woo. This coming year will be important for so many reasons. The 2020 census is one of the most important, let me stress that again, one of the most important acts of civic duty. As important as casting a ballot during election time, the census determines federal representation and funding that has a great impact on our ability to provide services at all levels. I am asking all residents, citizens and non-citizens, to ensure that you are counted this April. The town continues to be a vibrant and desired center in Morris County, as demonstrated by the 30 new and expanding businesses that are located here in 2019, including 5 restaurants, 13 professional and service businesses. One of those businesses, en masse, is a concept that is a multiplier. In fact, if multiple businesses are served throughout their doors. If you've never been to En Masse off of Catano, down by the Artist Bakery in the back where the new Turkish restaurant is, go back and see what they did to this building. It is amazing how many businesses use this space, and it is the new way companies are coming in and establishing new businesses for our community. It really is amazing what this woman has done. And this company is called En Masse, and you should take a trip over there. 1, go check out the new Turkish restaurant, and 2, while you're there, go check out what En Masse is. We are excited for new opportunities slated for this year, including Millburn's Burn Deli. Does anybody ever go to the deli in Milburn? Somebody does. So if you go to the deli in Milburn, it's one of the best delis in the state. And they are coming to Morristown and a new location on Morris Street. And also the Clean Juice on South Street. It's a franchise led by legendary former New York Giant David Tyree and his wife Leela. Does everybody remember who David Tyree was? Oh, yes. Those were real Giant fans over there, right? He's the guy who had the football to the helmet from Eli, and they ended up winning the Super Bowl that year. And I wish the Buffalo Bills had caught a pass like that. Several developments continue to be under construction. One project I am very excited about is the rehabilitation of Pioneers Plaza, which will finally begin construction this spring. Come this time next year, Pioneers Plaza will be the gathering place and anchor for the corner of the green that has always been envisioned. This project took a very long time to come to fruition, and I'd like to thank our team that worked with the property owner to ensure that this project was executed correctly. Our planners and professional team work alongside with our business administrator, zoning officer, and staff with our governing body to lead smart, well-thought-out development projects that benefit our whole town. I want to reiterate my commitment to not just any development, but the right development in Morristown. Our new zoning code adopted by the town council has helped considerably in ensuring properly sized and appropriately planned redevelopment. There are properties owners in town who thought they could shoehorn giant buildings in the middle of our quaint downtown shopping area without a fight. Not in our town. What we do, we welcome projects that add vibrancy and life to our community and add value to our neighborhoods while being rateable to share our tax burdens. Like the forthcoming M Station project that will bring world-class jobs to a large underutilized site while making infrastructure improvements that improve traffic congestion in the heart of our busiest corridor. We cannot allow the wrong project to overburden our streetscape and serve to make property owners a quick buck at the expense of our town's culture, identity, and future. To future project, the character of our neighborhoods, the administration and governing body work together to pass an ordinance restricting the demolition of historic structures in the town to prevent the careless removal of our valuable heritage. I think that's an important place to stop for a moment, because it brings me back to when I was a councilman. There was a property on Maple Avenue next to the, which is now Normandy Real Estate, it was a law firm. And there was a home there that was abandoned, and I believe it was pre-Civil War. And when I was a councilman, I fought with the owners of the law firm to preserve that house, and it just was torn down and made a parking lot. And it really had great history to it, and there was nothing in place. And over the years, we have tried to, we haven't had that big push to have a lot of properties be torn down, but over time, we see that people take their homes and reinvest by tearing down and building new homes, or creating larger projects on the bigger homes. So we're kind of very, very proud of this, what the council did with this demolition ordinance, and it really is restricting, and it gives the town a lot more teeth, and it's not so easy just to take down a historic structure anymore. So we're very proud of that. Morristown's growth has occurred in more than commercial. Morristown's growth has occurred in more than commercial development as Morristown Medical Center and the Mayo Performing Arts Center expanded their facilities. Both our regional destinations are renowned within their industries. The Mayo expansion will improve its already first-class reputation as Performing Arts Center and support the theater and local businesses. The Morristown Parking Authority will be building an approximately 506-car parking garage behind the post office on Morris Street. The proposed garage is approximately sized to support the current demand of thriving business community and help alleviate daytime stress in the business district. It will also support our emergency residential parking program my administration initiated in conjunction with the MPA to allow residents to park for free during major snow events, to allow us to undertake more efficient snow removal operations on our streets. Construction should commence this summer. This summer. On an entirely separate note, I would like to personally thank and congratulate Bob Iannicone and Stefan Armington on the re-election and look forward to our continued work together with the rest of the governing body to move Morristown forward. I would like to express my appreciation to our town council and all of my administration for their hard work and dedication. I can truly say that all decisions and actions were collectively taken are for the sole purpose of making our town the best it can be and to protect Morristown's treasured neighborhoods and historic character while focusing and preserving the quality of life for all our residents, business owners, and visitors. We are proactive about these issues and sincere in our efforts. John F. Kennedy once said, "Efforts and courage are not enough without purpose and direction." I think I speak for everyone in our government in saying we will continue to serve the Morristown community with the purpose it so greatly deserves and protect and preserve its wonderful heritage and its place as New Jersey's premier town. Have a healthy, safe New Year. Thank you all, and God bless the town of Morristown. And before I sit down and turn the meeting back over to the council president, or unless I'm going to do something else, I don't think so, I do want to just take a moment to thank my business administrator, Jillian Barrett, town attorney, Beach Bar, assistant town attorney, Elnardo Webster, and all the professionals. Al, our CFO is there with his chin tight, but Frank is one of the best in the business. So I'd like to thank all our department heads. I know Anthony's here. He's in the back. Our police chief, our fire chief, public safety director. I'm not going to go and not everybody, but it is a team effort for the town, and I appreciate everything they do, not for me, but for the community. And we're looking for a very good, healthy, prosperous, and continued upward to make Morristown the best it can be and what it has to offer for everyone. Thank you very much.
I'm assuming the mayor's appointments are all identified in the agenda, so he doesn't want to list them, reiterate them again, I think.
No, you just move on.
Yeah, okay. Next we have council appointments.